You're listening to the November edition of the Sponsorship Experts podcast with Paul Poole, Director of Paul Poole Southeast Asia Co Limited and founder of the Sponsorship Experts. In this episode of the podcast, we're pleased to announce our sponsorship of the ASN Motorsport Asia Market Analysis 2025 report. We also take a closer look at Thailand's role in hosting the upcoming SEA Games 2025 and the ASEAN Para Games, also 2025. So let's get on with it. Before we get into the podcast this month, Paul would like to give a message on behalf of Paul Poole Southeast Asia.
So we would like to extend our deepest sympathies and heartfelt condolences to the royal family and the people of Thailand on the passing of Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother. Her Majesty's lifelong dedication to the Thai people, her commitment to social development, and her efforts to preserve Thai culture and promote the arts will be remembered with great respect. While the passing of Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother, marks a moment of great sorrow for the nation, Thailand remains operational and open for business. Government agencies and officials have reaffirmed that the country will continue to welcome visitors and maintain MICE tourism and sports activities while observing appropriate mourning protocols. We join the people of Thailand in remembering and honouring Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the Queen Mother's many contributions to the nation and her enduring care of the Thai people.
So once more, you find us here at Paul Poole Southeast Asia Podcast Towers, aka a rather lovely cigar lounge here in Bangkok in November for the November podcast.
Indeed.
Okay, we're I think we could be breaking news here. Paul Poole Southeast Asia are going to sponsor the Motorsport Asia Marketing Analysis. Is that correct? Are we breaking news?
It's breaking news that we are sponsoring the ASN Motorsport Asia Market Analysis.
I think we actually need breaking news music at some point, because we just keep breaking these stories.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
even though they're about us.
It's not really breaking news, though, because this is the 8th report that we've sponsored over the past 3 years with ASN, but it is the first on motorsports, and I think it's very interesting.
So that said, the most pertinent question for right now is, what is it?
So the ASN Motorsport Asia Market Analysis 2025 report provides insight into global sponsorship investment in motorsport, including which countries led the field and how motorsport sponsorship compared to other platforms.
All right, so that's what the report is about.
Yeah.
Who needs this? Who should be getting hold of this? Who can benefit from getting it?
Okay, well, if we remember, and perhaps before we start with that, I should remind people of ASN. I mean, ASN is the leading market intelligence service for the sponsorship industry in Asia, which distributes independent news, analytics and insights on a subscription basis with a bespoke consultancy and training service. And part of what ASN does is generate these syndicated reports or consultancy in report form for people to buy to understand a certain industry sector or a country or a market, etc.
So going back to the question, yeah. Who needs it? Is it decision makers? Is it marketing managers?
So it's the same people that subscribe to ASN. So it's brands. So it's brands who are making decisions on sponsorship.
Right.
It's rights holders and agencies who are looking for sponsors. So actually, if you're looking to sponsor something in motorsports, this report will tell you what's out there. And if you're looking to have sponsors, it tells you the top spenders in the marketplace. So basically, anybody on the buy side or the sell side in sponsorship in motorsport should be buying this report.
I guess if they know they want to sponsor something, or they're in a different industry that they want to get sponsored, all of the reports that you produce have the in-depth detail that those people need to know to make informed decisions.
That's what it is. I mean, it's basically a piece of consultancy that we have syndicated. So somebody hasn't asked us to produce this. We've produced this ourselves. So it's an off-the-shelf piece of consultancy. And yes, we've done, as I mentioned earlier, we've sponsored 8 of these over the last 3 years now, and we've looked at specific countries like Thailand, markets or regions like Asia. We've gone into detail on football, both on market analysis and brands in football. We did the same for volleyball with the market analysis and brands in. The last report we did was on the gambling sector, actually looking who's investing in gambling, on what. And now this is on motorsports. And the reason for our interest in motorsports, it's the second largest sport in terms of spend.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, what is the opportunity, and then perhaps we can go on to doing some of the numbers.
Yeah, so motorsport sponsorship market in Asia remained a vital pillar of the region's sports economy in 2024. It generated an estimated $480 million in sponsorship value, which accounted for 14% of all sports sponsorship investment across Asia, ranking just behind football at 37%, which topped the list, obviously. The top 5 sports, which also include tennis, cricket and basketball, accounted for 75% of all of 2024's sports sponsorship spend in Asia. So motorsport is a very, very important sector for sponsorship. Very topical here in Thailand.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like it's in very good shape as well, because there was an announcement this week of the MotoGP Thai Grand Prix.
So two big moves in motorsport here in Thailand. MotoGP, that's now confirmed until 2031.
Wow.
So basically, that really strong race. Actually, it's the first on the calendar each year now. So it starts the season, and actually, I think it's been voted most popular Grand Prix in that circuit for a number of years as well. So super excited to see MotoGP back on the calendar until 2031. But also, there's still lots of talk about Formula One, and Thailand hosting a Formula One in 2028. So, a lot of focus on motorsports, hence us producing a report on motorsports.
Very pertinent, very timely. Just like our podcasts every month.
So I should say, motorsports share of sponsorship varies widely by country. We just mentioned Thailand, but Malaysia led with 61% of the total sports sponsorship valued linked to motorsport.
They've got a Formula One, haven't they? I'm sure there's a Kuala Lumpur Formula
Actually, I'm not
One.
sure if there is now. I think there always was an F1 in Malaysia, but I know that slot was the one Thailand was looking for. So I can't remember actually off the top of my head whether the F1 still takes place there or not. But certainly Malaysia led the way, followed by Pan Asia at 45%. When we say Pan Asia in regards to ASN or ASN's reports, that means multiple countries within Asia. So a sponsor spending in multiple countries. Singapore, 25%, which definitely has an F1, the night race there. Japan, 14%, and then India at 7%. So really strong regional spending with motorsport. And although the market saw a modest 6% decline year on year, this was viewed as a natural correction after 2 years of strong growth, plus 45% in 2022 and plus 7% in 2023, not a sign of weakening confidence. So the sport continues to attract brands seeking Pan-Asian reach and high value, tech-oriented audiences. So
it had bounce back ability, I believe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, quite robust.
So we spoke about F1 and MotoGP. F1 and MotoGP dominate the sector, supported by powerhouse elites like Red Bull Racing, Honda Racing Corporation, and Mercedes-AMG F1. Nearly half of all investments are Pan-Asian deals, with Malaysia, Singapore, Japan remaining the strongest single-country markets.
Wow.
And it's in terms of leading sponsors, I mean, if we look at 2024, this included Petronas spending $49.1 million US dollars, Honda spending 46.8, Oracle 25, 188bet 22.5, and Singapore Airlines 70.9 million US dollars.
Yeah, I mean, I know that next month we're going to go into the numbers in the report in more detail. So, you know, I mean, I think there's enough in the section that we just done. That,
this is just this is just top line numbers.
Yeah, these are headlines, right? But the detail we'll go into next month.
We'll go into next month and really look at that granular detail, which the report spells out.
And if you can't wait for next month, you can just go and get the report.
You can buy the report, or you can subscribe to ASN, and premium subscribers get all of the syndicated reports free. So you can either buy the report if you're not subscribing, or if you subscribe to a premium plan, you get those reports.
What a deal.
But before we move on from this, we should really look very briefly, while automotive technology and energy brands still dominate, gambling, crypto, and fintech companies are emerging as a significant new investors, shifting focus from European football to motorsports. And if you remember, we actually looked at that in detail in the gambling Asia market analysis a few months ago. So very interesting intel there.
We love a callback to a previous episode.
We do.
So if you missed that episode, well, first of all, shame on you. And second of all, you can still listen to it because it's all there.
Absolutely.
All right. Before we move on, just explain the relationship between Paul Pool Southeast Asia and ASN.
Yep. So Asia Sponsorship News, ASN, is a subsidiary of Paul Pool Southeast Asia. It's independently operated, but it's wholly owned by us. And that's really why we sponsor these reports every time, or certainly the last 8 reports. We're not going to sponsor all of them moving forward, but we sponsor them in order to give back to the premium subscribers, but also it gives us the opportunity to actually have ASN produce reports that we're interested in as well. So we get the intel we want as well. So we talk about ASN a lot, and we will continue to talk about ASN a lot.
I enjoy it. I like it.
Good.
Yeah.
If you'd like to get in touch with Paul Pool Southeast Asia Co Limited, you can email us on info@paulpool.co.th, or you can go to the website paulpool.co.th, or you can call us on +66 2622 0605 through to 7.
All right. So moving along, the Southeast Asian Games, or SEA Games, and the Asian Para Games, which I love the Para Games, but we're going to talk about the whole thing. So this is the 7th time that Thailand have hosted this, and there's a reason why it's a very important thing for Thailand, and why that relationship has endured at that level. Do you want to go into a little bit of the history?
Yes, so as you say, the 2025 SEA Games marks the 7th time Thailand will serve as the host country since the Games were first championed by Thai officials during the Asian Games in Tokyo in 1958. So it was the Southeast Asian Games, or SEA Games, really was initiated by Thai officials back then, all those decades ago. And since then, Thailand has participated in every edition of the SEA Games, helping shape it to the important regional sporting event it is today. The decision to bring the Games to Thailand reflects not just sporting ambition, but also Thailand's desire to emphasise cultural identity, regional unity and inclusivity.
There are a few things different about this time. Do you want to go into that now?
Well, yeah, sure. So the 2025 SEA Games, which is the 33rd SEA Games, I should add that, will run from the 9th to the 20th of December, and it will span 3 host zones. So the Bangkok metropolitan region, where many of the highlights will take place.
Because the infrastructure's there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Coastal Chonburi and Songkhla in the south. So a multi-venue format allows Thailand to showcase both its urban infrastructure and its more relaxed resort and southern territory and settings. And this year, I believe there are 50 official sports and 3 demo sports making up the SEA Games.
Do we know what the demo sports are? Or shall we just make them up?
No, I can't. I don't know the demo sports.
Disco dancing.
No.
Upside down chess.
Let's not. Let's not make them up.
I could come up with another good one, I think, but no. Competitive ironing.
Actually, you joke, but chess is probably chess is actually one of the official sports, I think. Chess
but
is
not upside down chess. That's
not upside
extreme.
Down sport, yeah.
Red Bull should get involved in it.
Anyway, if I'm sure if listeners go onto the SEA Games website, you'll see all 50 official sports and the 3
I think
demo
you
sports.
should know them off by heart and read them all now, because that'd be really interesting podcast content.
Correct. That's why I didn't write them down, because you tell me off every time I do it.
All right, so we don't know what the 3 mystery sports, the 3 exhibition sports are.
We don't. But I'm going to add that the planning for the SEA Games is ambitious, with Thailand is not simply repeating past events. Rather, it is looking to leverage the 2025 SEA Games to deepen cultural resonance, regional connectivity, and sporting professionalism. The branding draws heavily on Thai art and folklore, and the country is sticking with its tradition of the host country, including traditional or cultural significant sports. So, it really it's going to be a fantastic games, really fantastic games.
Yeah, and I do want to talk about the Para Games, because it's a bit of a subject close to my heart. In a previous life, I was a nurse. I worked with learning difficulties. The whole Paralympic thing stemmed out of some work probably done in the late 60s and early 70s. Guys like John O'Brien and Wolf Wolfensberger, who defined what was going on with people with obvious disabilities or hidden disabilities. They were being excluded from high streets, from what O'Brien described as participation. One of these 5 accomplishments that he named. Yeah. And that was one of the driving forces behind this. And I think one of the things that Paralympics has done is, A, made people more aware of a disabled community, and B, what their lives are like. Because now, when you look at Paralympic Games, the viewing figures are massive. Yeah. And the interviews with the athletes are not about their disability. It's about their competitiveness. Yeah. They are talking to them as athletes, as elite athletes, which they all are, because the dedication required to excel at their sports is identical. And I just think that that's a really good thing. And I know that everywhere it's been, it's left a really good feeling. It's great television. Yeah. And it's good for local communities. And maybe in some areas of the world that don't have such a liberated view of people who are wheelchair users or visually impaired and so on, that might, spread the knowledge and the information required to be able to integrate those people into societies in Southeast Asia where it's not that progressive right now. Yeah. It's just such a good thing.
Yeah, as you say, beyond the SEA Games, Thailand's commitment to inclusion is also evident in its hosting of the 13th Asian Para Games. Right. I should say it's the 13th edition. And this is slated for the 20th to the 26th of January 2026 in Nakhon Ratchasima province. So, we've got SEA Games in December, Asian Para Games in January. So 2 really great months of sport. And by hosting both events, Thailand signals that sport is not only about elite competition, but about broad participation, accessibility, and transcending barriers. The hosting of the 2 events are in line with the long-standing strategy of promoting Thailand as a chosen destination for large-scale sporting and mass participation events. By choosing 3 distinct regional clusters, Bangkok, Chonburi and Songkhla in Thailand for the SEA Games and Nakhon Ratchasima in Thailand for the Asian Para Games, it aims to distribute benefits, spread audience engagement and showcase tourism, sport and culture in tandem.
Okay, we're going to move on to some numbers again, as we always do, because they're important. The staging of events like this is not cheap, right?
No, sure. So The cabinet recently approved, that's the Thai cabinet, I should say, approved a combined budget of 456 million Thai baht for the organising of the SEA Games and the Asian Para Games. And that budget covers opening and closing ceremonies, public relations and accommodation, meals, transport, and laundry for athletes, officials, and international participants.
And with that sort of investment, there must be an upside, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the events also offer many opportunities. They boost tourism. Combined, the events are expected to create economic value of 5,285 million Thai baht.
Why isn't that billions?
Well, it is. It's 5.2 billion. But as we all know, there is no word for billion in the Thai.
Because no one's ever had a billion of anything except rice.
So 5.2 billion or 5,285 million Thai baht. And it showcases Thailand's great potential and readiness for tourism and sports industries, while promoting a favourable image of Thailand as a regional leader in tourism and sports.
Which, is gilding a lily, because we all know how fantastic it is.
Yeah.
But I think it's good to remind people.
And, just driving here today, you cannot drive past a billboard without seeing Saudi SEA Games participants. I think the whole country is behind Thailand to get those medals, but really welcoming the Southeast Asia sporting community to Thailand. Before we finish this section, I should say, although we enjoy a close working relationship with the Sports Authority of Thailand and many of the Thai national sports associations, we would like to make clear that we have no contractual or commercial relationship with the SEA Games or the Asian Para Games, or suggest any relationship. But I really wanted to talk about this in the newsletter this month and in the podcast, because everybody in Thailand should be very, very proud that we're hosting these two games here in the country.
Absolutely.
If you'd like to get in touch with Paul Pool Southeast Asia Co Limited, you can email us on info@paulpool.co.th, or you can go to the website paulpool.co.th, or you can call us on +66 2622 0605 through to 7.
All right, so is there any other business?
There's a couple of pieces of any other business. We are once again sponsoring the Grow Boating Phuket networking evening on the 5th of December at Phuket Boat Lagoon Marina. We do that every year. We do it really to say thank you to the marine industry and wish them a festive season and a prosperous next year, and to say see you at Phuket Yacht Haven during the Thailand International Boat Show from the 15th to the 18th of January next year.
Great.
So we sponsor it every year in December. Actually, I think I've got a radio interview scheduled with the Phuket News' radio station in the next week.
It won't be as good as the podcast.
It won't be, where we'll go into more detail about that. And the other piece of business, the day after, the 6th and 7th of December, we obviously have Redline Fitness Games Bangkok, which is the functional fitness event that we've been working on for the last few years. And on the Saturday, we have the single races, and on the Sunday, we have the team relay, corporate team, and doubles races. So you can meet our team there as well.
A meet and greet.
Absolutely.
Free. A free meet and greet.
Nothing's free, Trevor.
You'll probably leave having signed several contracts.
Nothing is free.
If you'd like to get in touch with Paul Pool Southeast Asia Co Limited, you can email us on info@paulpool.co.th, or you can go to the website paulpool.co.th, or you can call us on +66 2622 0605 through to 7.
Okay, so that's another podcast for the month, and we'll be back next month. We're going to do a teaser. Next month, we're going to talk about the recent palaver, I think is the right word, the kerfuffle palaver about the Thailand Miss Universe competition, and we're going to have a look at that from the professional point of view. Yeah, maybe you could phrase that better.
I mean, we're still looking at it, but I think it would be quite interesting to look at lessons learnt Obviously, we have no involvement with Miss Universe or Miss Universe Thailand, but you cannot move for social feeds for news on the controversy.
It's a hot topic.
It's a super hot topic. We're not looking at the topic. We're not looking at what they could have done better.
You're not looking at the
worse.
gossip.
We're not interested in that.
Yeah.
What we're looking at is what started all of this, and it's and really what started this were the delegates, or some of the delegates, or some of the competitors not fulfilling sponsorship rights. So we are going to look at engagement, activation, and fulfillment of sponsorship rights using the Miss Universe Thailand story as a let's learn from this.
So that will be our Christmas gift.
It will be. It's the first time we've done something like that, so bear with us. But we're going to do that because I think it's really interesting. I think it is really interesting, the issues behind it, and I actually it's something that hasn't been covered by the media.
No, because there's so much tea and gossip about it.
Correct. They're so focused on the drama.
Yeah.
They've forgotten what's behind the drama. So let's look at that.
I'm looking forward to that because I want to learn too. I think that's going to be great.
It'll be fun.
All right. We'll see you then.
See you next month.
Seeking sponsors. Seeking an opportunity to sponsor. Looking to maximise an already sponsored opportunity? Visit paulpool.co.th, the sponsorship experts.